plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food. Come and eat with a poet. Come eat with a poet. Shout out to
cut
Elaina the
footage
Poet. Cool people.
of me driving and just kind of flowing through the city of Fort Lauderdale. We're in the county of Broward, city of Fort Lauderdale, and we are in the east part of Fort Lauderdale. Right now, we are riding through a community which I believe this is called Sistrunk. This community is called Sistrunk. It's off of Sistrunk Avenue, and so this episode, basically, there's going to be a series of episodes in this session of Eat with the Poet. All right, and this is going to be about the known unknown. Okay, you with me? The known unknown, which means people that are known, but they're really not known on the level they should be. I want to basically introduce you to these people. Maybe some of you will know them and a lot of you won't. But we're going on this journey. So the person that we're going to meet, of course, you'll see when we get there. But he's pretty indulged in the history of Broward County, the legends of Broward County, and the people that came out of it. I'll introduce you to him shortly. But you guys just ride with me while we take this little ride. Oh my God. And of course, we're in traffic. And this wouldn't even be considered midday traffic, would it, Bill? This is like, what do you consider this? Right now, it's almost 4 o'clock, so it's not like rush hour, but it's like close to it. You know what I've been doing? Studying. Watching and studying. Why? Why? Because for one, knowledge is power, but for two, because I've been trying to see how I can get my YouTube following up and for people to subscribe to me. So I've been watching like a lot of YouTube shows and stuff and trying to see, what is the science in this thing. And I haven't quite figured that out yet. But subscribe. Subscribe. While I'm going through my phone, I'm looking at notifications and I get a text message from someone who tells me that they can't make it. They can't make it somewhere. That's cool. I mention that because, this is Eat with the Poet, and I be plugging people's stuff and I be putting people on, but let me put y'all on to some things that I got doing. I'm doing some major things. I'm thanking God for his blessings. Gang. I am directing a play, and it's a play of monologues that I'm directing. It is a part of the Divas Don't Do Drama Summit with Shariza J. Wilkerson. You guys can look her up at Shariza J. Wilkerson on Instagram or at Divas Don't Do Drama Summit 2021. It's going to be in a weekend of events, and it's going to be taking place at the Margaritaville Hotel in Fort Lauderdale. So tickets are on sale for that. It's going to be from July 30th to August the 1st. So it's July 30th to August the 1st, and you guys can go to the website. I think the website's going to be posted where you can go and purchase your tickets for the summit. The 30th is a Friday, and the play is the opening night. So that's what I'm going to be directing. And that's like a big deal, guys. So I'm working on that. Shawnee O'Neal is going to be there as one of the hosts, and there's going to be some amazing other women in the building. So you guys should check that out, or follow me at Elaina the Poet on Instagram for all things Elaina the Poet. Poetry is a gift. And yeah, so we're doing that. Also in August, I have a one-woman show that is coming to the Bohemian Room, which is going to feature myself of one woman. A show by me. I'm going to have a band behind me. It's going to be so dope, y'all. The show is going to be titled Poetry is a Gift. And I'm going to be bringing that to you. And I'm going to be unraveling and unwrapping some of the gifts that God has given me. And the bad things that have happened in life, too, that also have brought me to a better place. So, let's just vibe together on that night. So I'll post more of that information, and we'll actually have a few shows in between, so I'm constantly going to be plugging, so y'all can follow me. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like, and, keep checking me out. Also, I got something else coming up that I wanted to mention, and I can't mention. Shout out to Sabrina Harris in Palm Beach. I want to shout her out. House of Lovely-Aires. She's doing some amazing things with mental health up there, up and down South Florida, through Broward and the Palm Beaches and Dade County and stuff. She's doing her thing. But she and her husband are actually celebrating their wedding anniversary, and she chose me to perform. So that's going to be a dope thing. I got Keenan the Experience, who's going to rock with us on saxophone, and Fonzo on the keys. It's going to be a dope thing. So you guys just follow me for all that. All right. We're turning into the funeral home now. I see him from here. There he is over there. And we are going to, let's see, how do we get in here?
Gotta plant it and grow it. Drop the artificial food. Come and eat with a poet.
You guys, do not forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and like and follow me. I need your comments. I need you to give me your testimonies. I need to talk to you. I want to connect with you. We are staying together on this journey.
Cool people. See, I need everybody to tap in, subscribe, spread love. You know what I'm talking about?
And we are back and at our destination, and we are with our special guest. He is in the streets with us today because, of course, we're out here in the streets. He is deeply rooted in the education of South Florida's Black historians, ones that are from Broward County especially. A history that is rich in culture and excellence. Okay, this man can tell you what you want to know, or he will find it out. He is well known for his passion and his drive. He is persistent, and if you don't know him personally, then you need to know him. He is building a legacy of his own, ladies and gentlemen. Eat with the Poet people, Mr. Emmanuel George.
How y'all doing? It's an honor to be here on your platform,
Yes.
And I'm just excited to be here and willing to share as much that I know.
Right. So listen, I had to have him here. One of the reasons I had to have him is because he's educated in the culture of Broward County. So where are we standing right now? This place is where he suggested. Where are we?
Yeah, so I could have taken y'all anywhere throughout Broward County. Could have taken you to Old Diller, the African American Research Library, the Blanche Ely House. All these places are very historic and mean a lot. But I wanted to take y'all to a place that many people drive by, but may not even realize.
Right.
We're at Sunset Memorial. It's a cemetery.
Right.
It's a historic Black cemetery. There's several historic Black cemeteries in Broward. You have Westview in Pompano. You have Woodlawn over in Sunland. You also have West Lawn in Dania Beach. And this one is also historic.
What's the
Black
one
cemetery.
right here on 6th Street, up here across from the police station?
Across from the police station on 6th Street?
Yeah.
On Sistrunk?
Yeah, right.
Talking about by Sunland.
Is that the one by that
It's right by 95.
By Broward and 27?
By Broward and 27.
Not too far from Broward and 27.
I know which one you're talking
Right
about.
there by the gas station, right by the
library. Yeah.
Which one is that one?
I'm not sure the name of that one.
Okay.
But
that's not Black.
There's many Black folks there, but I don't know the exact story.
Okay.
But we're over here at Sunset. This is like the who's who of Broward County, buried over here. Okay. You have the likes of Dr. Sistrunk is buried over here.
Okay.
We're over here right by where the Mizels are buried at. Ivory Mizell, Von D. Mizell is buried here. Samuel Delaveau is buried over here. Delaveau Park.
Yeah.
And then you also have Kathleen Cooper Wright, who the KC Wright building named after. She was the first black woman to serve on the school board, and not just in Broward, but in the state of Florida.
Okay.
And she sadly passed away on Delta 191. That was she was leaving Fort Lauderdale, if I'm not mistaken, and the plane crashed, and she did not die in the plane crash. She died a few weeks after, sustaining from the injuries. God bless her soul. But
yes.
Kathleen Cooper Wright is another pioneer in Broward. You have the Bensons buried over here. You have many legendary people buried here in this cemetery. And this cemetery was established in 1961. Okay. So, one of the things that myself and Roberto Fernandez, who is a teacher, an African-American history teacher here in Broward County, was at Boyd Anderson BA, and now he's over at South Plantation, is we want to make this a historical landmark. Okay. Because there's so many pioneers here, and definitely I do know where one offhand is off the top of my head, and I'll definitely be able to show y'all where this pioneer resting place is.
Okay, you want to go to it?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Follow us.
All right. So yeah, this is an honor. I'm thankful to be here on your segment. And I'm just
we're grateful. We're grateful to have you as a guest, for you to educate us and put us on.
Definitely.
Let us know some stuff.
Okay, so yeah, anything you want to ask, I'm here to ask to the best of my ability.
Yes.
Definitely, I might reveal the person's name earlier, but I'm just gonna surprise y'all when y'all see the this person's final resting place.
Wow.
And when I show you, I'll definitely share some information that many people do not know about. Okay. About this person that has passed away. Cemetery is something that I've actually grown to be interested in. So yeah, cemeteries is something that I've grown to really be into, because it's
how is that?
Before I used to be terrified of coming into cemeteries. It used to kind of give me the heebie-jeebies.
Right.
But now it's just like it's interesting because it tells a story. And also knowing the history of how racism affects us even when we're buried.
Right.
We're over the cemetery at Sunland, right by 95.
Okay.
When they built I-95, the cemetery extended to that section of 95, the northern section. Mm-hmm. So a lot of black bodies are still under I-95. Wow. And we drive by there every day. Wow. So, that's something, it intrigued me, because it's like, man, whose aunties, whose uncles, whose grandfathers, whose grandmothers.
And it's funny when you mention I-95, because I know about Black Miami.
Oh, of course, Overtown.
Mm-hmm. And how they just completely build a highway over our communities.
Definitely.
So when you say that they would build a highway over our bodies, it's crazy,
It's very tragic, and I just we here right now too, where we just stopped, and this right here, one of our pioneers, Dr. Sistrunk, this is where he's buried with his wife, Daisy Sistrunk. And here's an interesting tidbit. There is a Daisy Sistrunk buried at Sunland.
Really?
And there's always a story. People thought that was his daughter. People wasn't sure. But come to find out, he actually was married twice. Wow. And both the women had the same name.
Oh, my God.
He was married to two women named Daisy. And this is his final resting place.
So they bury him with his favorite.
Most recent. I don't know. I don't want to create he might have some grandkids.
Where are my keys? Let me make sure the door's locked. No, he asked to be buried with the favorite one. He left instructions now. He was a powerful man. You have to imagine that he would know who he wants to be buried with. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. He passed away in 1966, and she passed away in 1984. 18 years after he passed. So, Dr. Sistrunk, who we all may know, he was a black physician. He was like our first black institutional doctor in Broward County, and him and Vaughn D. Mizell were very instrumental in bringing in the Providence Hospital, which was our black hospital, because we couldn't go to Memorial or any hospital if, let's just say a woman was pregnant or someone would hurt their leg or they were bleeding. You had to go to Providence. It don't matter. That's how it was. So Dr. Sistrunk was very instrumental in bringing in that black hospital in Broward County.
Okay.
So, so much kudos to him. And as we know,
for real.
Sistrunk Boulevard is named after him.
Correct.
And every year in February, they have the biggest black festival, which is the Sistrunk Festival. So, much kudos to Dr. Sistrunk.
Yes,
and this is where he's, his final resting place.
Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in power, Dr. Sistrunk, so. Yeah, so thank you.
No, that's what's up. And so, the Mizell. What is the history of Mizell? Is it just funeral?
Oh, it's a lot. The Mizells were very prominent, a very powerful family in Broward County. Just in general, black or white or wherever. Because the Mizells were originally, they came from Dania Beach. And they had several kids. And a lot of their kids went on to be extraordinary in many facets. Vaughn D. Mizell was also instrumental into the black hospital, to the Providence. He was also the founder of the Fort Lauderdale NAACP. Okay. And then you had Roy Mizell, who was a photographer. Okay. So that's why a lot of the Mizell history is so documented, because, he was basically like an archivist, preserving history. Okay. So,
such as you.
Such as myself. So,
right.
And then you also had the funeral homes. Even recently, you have Don Mizell, who was the nephew of Vaughn D. Mizell. He's still alive. And Don Mizell's a Grammy Award winner.
Really?
For the movie that Jamie Foxx was in, Ray Charles.
Really?
Yes. He's a composer. He did work with Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
So the Mizells are very powerful. And when you hear that last name, that Mizell last name, it's some powerful brothers and sisters, and they are very successful in all that they do. So, much kudos to the Mizells.
No, for real. Rest in power.
Yeah, rest in power to Vaughn D. Mizell.
Okay.
Roy Mizell, Miss Ivory.
So, let me ask you, because I want to know, most people say rest in peace because, of course, quite naturally, me being a spiritual person, one of the things that we definitely need through life is peace, like a peace that passes understanding of what reality brings. So when someone's spirit is resting in peace, quite naturally you want to imagine that God has given them peace, so that they are not roaming the earth in a miserable spirit. So when you say rest in power, what would be the reason?
Just so that we don't forget people. So rest in. To me, I say rest in power. I say rest in peace as well. But rest in power. Just knowing the importance of what they've done. Like what the Mizells have done, what Dr. Sistrunk has done, what Samuel Delaveau has done, what Kathleen Cooper Wright has done, what so many of these legends who are buried here.
Because the spirit of power, God is powerful and all powerful. So when you say power, quite naturally, I would imagine you speak of their legacy.
Definitely.
And that what they've left behind is so powerful that it still resonates today. So as they rest, the work that they have done is still speaking to them. So I can see that.
Yes.
Well, I'm a poet, so
Yes. You are a legend too, in your own right. You are too.
Thank you.
We got to give you your flowers while you're here. You got to honor those while they're here.
So
that's why it's important, like what you're doing with, with capturing these moments on your segment. Like you are archiving a moment in time to where, your future grandchildren and great grandchildren can see you and see the work that you've done for them.
That's it.
Even though you might not get to a point where you physically see them, but the work that you're doing, they're going to remember you. That's right. So you're always going to live forever for that.
Yes, and I'm so grateful for that. And I thank you for that because it's just like a little charge up. How sometimes we be all right, but then sometimes you plug up and it give you a little bit more energy because those are the things that inspire us. We know we're doing God's work, because we're serving and we were created to give, and so with that being said, a lot of times we know we're doing it and we like, thank you, Lord, because we're getting the blessings along the way. But it's just like when someone says, they acknowledge that you're doing God's work. That to me is a blessing. That's a gift, So thank you so much for that. I feel the same way about you. Are you going to eat with me today?
Yeah. We're going to, where we going today?
Well, you suggested.
Yes. Okay. Well, I ain't know to say, but yes.
You suggested.
Yes.
Smitty's restaurant, Smitty's Wings.
Smitty's Wings.
Which happens to be located on Sistrunk Boulevard. And you recommended that place because.
Yeah, it's black owned. Chris Smith, he was one of the senators in Florida, and he's he got the wing spot going. Okay. And I definitely want to support the brother because he does a lot of great things.
Correct.
And he also hired people from the community.
Correct.
Which is powerful too.
Yes.
And it's also the food is good.
Yeah.
This is like,
and I'm hungry.
I can get a little something to eat too.
Yes,
so.
I got you.
Yeah, we're
gonna
be at Smitty's Wings. So please, those that's watching this, if you haven't been there, go to Smitty's.
Yes.
Get their Smitty's wings. So they got lemon pepper and all that.
Okay,
so get
the
that Smitty's wings.
I'm gonna get those today. Yeah, that's what we finna have.
Because when you go to different spots, you know what I'm saying, they got lemon pepper. You get lemon pepper anywhere.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But you gotta get that Smitty's wings with that Smitty sauce.
Okay, that's what's on.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry. All right, we're going to get out of here and get to the restaurant. So we'll be right back with you guys. Eat with the Poet.
All right.
Gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food. Come and eat with a poet.
You guys, do not forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and like and follow me. I need your comments. I need you to give me your testimonies. I need to talk to you. I want to connect with you. We are staying together on this journey.
Cool people. See, I need everybody to tap in and subscribe. It's real love. You know what I'm talking about?
And we are back. Yes, on the set, Eat with a Poet. And guess what we are? We are in Smitty's Wing Restaurant here in Sistrunk, or off of Sistrunk, located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am here with my first guest, Mr. Emmanuel George, Mr. Black Broward, and to the left of me, my second guest for the day has joined us. We still in the streets. We still moving around. We still filming. Guess who's with us, y'all? We're in the building with straight Cappin. Okay? She went viral, guys. No, I mean viral. Not just a little bit. By the hundreds of millions. Okay? So we had to jump on top of that, and we had to get her in the building with us today. She is eating with us. Smitty has prepared us some amazing victuals. And so we are live and we are here. We got some questions for Mr. Black Broward that I'd like to call him because it sounds so powerful.
Thank you.
We just left Memorial Sunset Memorial, where he gave us a little bit of history on our culture and our Black brothers and sisters. May they rest in peace and in power. We came to that conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we have him here now. We just kind of want to chop it up with him a little bit more. I wanted to go into some of my questions. Let's see how I can do that because I just have to come off that. It's just way more bigger than that right now. I got some questions for him, and then I got some questions for our next guest. Y'all dig in.
Oh, I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait because I know I got a
Them fries ain't gonna be good when they get cold. But when the fries get cold, they ain't gonna be good. Okay, recent. All right, here we go. Now, I have prepared a list of questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I wanted to know. I want to know, and I'm sure. So, real quick, I just want to let you guys know this segment is titled The Known Unknown. Okay? I'm going to be filming a segment of episodes under The Known Unknown. There's so many powerful people here in our community, outside of our community, Black people making some power moves. And some of you may know them. And some of you may not, but you need to know who they are and what they're doing. So, for that, I have to say, oh my God, I'm getting a real important call right now that I'm actually going to have to call back. So the first question I have for you today, Mr. Emmanuel, is what interested you in history specifically? Like, what was it that kind of triggered your history gene and made you take off?
Oh, that's a great question. It starts with my father. You know, my father, when he was a child, he was mentored by a teacher. And the teacher was the head of the UNIA in Dominica, which is where my parents are from, the small island in the Caribbean. So, you know, the man that worked for Marcus Garvey in Dominica taught my dad when he was a young boy. So my dad was always intrigued into history. So he taught me, you know, when I was a little boy.
Right.
So when he taught me, he mainly taught me when it comes to the education at school. Because school would teach a lot of lies about our Black history. But he taught me in a way to answer the questions so that I could pass, but I still know that stuff was BS. Mm-hmm. So that's what got me into history. And then it was also as I got into local Black history, I always got to give credit to two people. And that's Dr. Marvin Dunn, who wrote the book Black Miami in the 20th Century.
Okay.
And then there's also my mother in historical spirit, Dr. Kitty Oliver, who wrote the book Race and Change in Hollywood, Florida, about the Black experience in South Broward. So these were the two people that really got me deep into wanting to know my local Black history. But I wanted to do more than just learn. I wanted to apply it. And that's what started, you know, me doing the Black Broward Film Project with Matthew Sterling and Ian Man, and doing these art exhibits centered around our local Black history. So it's using creative mediums to educate people. So not only are you being educated, but you're being entertained as well. So I'm teaching you in some cool, creative ways.
No, it is cool, and it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like it goes with the saying, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. It's like you could teach your children the way. Mm-hmm. And you can hope that they will grasp a hold of those things and that it burns in them just as strongly as it burns in you and then goes to the next level. And you would be a prime example of that. But so I think that's a beautiful thing, but that's not the case all the time sometimes. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really dope. So it was the apple. It was the tree and then the apple. Yes. Okay, I get it. I love that. So real quick, let me just ask you. So naturally you were a born historian. Let's just say that from the womb, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say God ordained you to want to educate yourself and to educate others. So let's just say he knew you already. Yeah. Okay. Now, but with that, let's just say when you had that desire, because like I was telling you earlier, a lot of people want to have knowledge, but they don't want to do anything with it, or they don't know what to do with it. So at the point that you had this passion, you picked this thing up, what made you specifically, here's the question, let me read it perfectly. When did you know that with that you wanted to make a difference? At what point in your life did you know?
I would say after the documentary trailer went viral for the Black Broward Film Project, because I knew it got a lot of attention.
What year was that?
This was 2017, summer 2017 when the trailer premiered, and it went so viral, not just in South Florida, but it went viral up north, and then it went viral in Ghana. So there was some African, our brothers and sisters in the motherland who've seen the trailer for the Black Broward Film Project, and it really, like, I don't say humbled me, but like it blew my mind because they seem like because you know in Black Hollywood is Liberia, which is a historic Black community. Correct, yeah.
In
Broward County. Aaron Hollis, A1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to A1.
Shout out to A1.
Doing things, making a difference.
So like when folks in Africa, like there's a Liberia in Florida. Mm-hmm. So they were like, man, like, you know, and I got a message from one of them. They're like, man, we just love what you're doing, and we just want to connect with y'all, you know, extended family. Right. So seeing that folks in the motherland show love because they see a community called Liberia, that was like, okay, I gotta like take it up a notch. And ever since then, I've just been doing that.
Right. Wow. That's dope.
Thank you.
That's dope. I love that. The match, then the fire, huh? Listen, y'all gotta subscribe. He with the poet, Elaina the Poet on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Next question I have for Mr. Black Broward. Shout out to Smitty's. Shout out to the chef in the back, chefing up the wings. Everything is so delicious. So we want to shout y'all out in the building today. All right. And now let me just ask you, was there a particular place in time that caused you to get active? And okay, so basically you already answered that, so I ain't gonna go there. Let me ask the next question. All right. So we know what you do is important, but tell people why what you do is so important.
So, specifically in Broward County, we don't really have a black archives. You know what I'm saying? Like a place center where people can go and research and get information. The African American Research Library has a special collection, and they have a great amount of work, and they do have some Broward black history there. And I just actually came from them earlier today, and I just wanted to say that my archives is now a part of the African American Research Library.
Wow.
The Emmanuel George collection.
Yes.
So 50, 60, 70 years from now, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, your great-great-great-grandkids can find more Broward black history.
Yes.
So it's important because there isn't really like much for archiving in Broward, and that's what I'm doing right now. Because, I came from Lake Wales earlier. I was in Lake Wales doing their African American Archive project, and now I'm here to bring that same program down here. So the thing is with Broward is our population is a lot higher. You have South Broward, which is like Carver Ranches, Hallandale, Liberia, Daney. You have Central Broward, where we had on Sistrunk. You got Harlem McBride, which is in Oakland Park. You got Pompano. You got Deerfield. You got 8 historic black communities. I can't do it by myself.
Right.
So it's important for this archive program to happen because, you know what I'm saying, our ancestors are leaving us every day.
Right.
You know, those who went to Addis High School, those that went to Ely and Dillard back in the day, they're leaving us. So it's important to get this program going.
Right.
So that the work can be there. And that's my mission right now is to have this Black Broward Archive program.
Yes.
So that we can create employment for people to do the archiving work. The work is gonna last there forever, and knowing the history opens up into the cultural tourism economy so that people can want to come and visit these black communities and put money into these black communities.
Yes.
So it is real transformative work, and that's just why it's important.
Yes, I love that. And, what I do love the most about talking to you is it's so amazing for someone to be so full of knowledge and education about somewhere that I personally have lived for more than half my life and have not considered it to be that important. You understand? I've always been an individual journey type of person. I always believe that each one of us has a destiny that God has created us to do. But what I realized as a poet, that my journey it has to be unselfish in giving. So then I kind of found a way that I felt like God wanted me to give back. But now, you know how they say it's levels to it. And with the levels, as the levels change, you realize, man, it's more of a giving thing than anything. And so when we talk to people like you who are giving back so much knowledge, so much education, so much of our power to us, you know what I'm saying? I got to get on top of that. You know what I'm saying? And I've known it for a while with you. I've always admired and tried to, make sure that hey, me and you, we in the same circle. I've always tried to show you that. So I hope that you've always understood that about me. And I just absolutely love what you're doing. But I think I have another question for you, and then my hands is burning and itching to turn to the left of me, because I'm going to tell y'all who this guest is in a second. Not only is she very special to me and a long time friend, I'm going to hold off, okay? So let's ask Mr. Black Broward. What are your last thoughts, if you could? I know that you are actively building a legacy, and I know you ain't walking like I'm building a legacy. I know that's not your attitude, but it's what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? It's what you're doing, and people are aware of it. You are speaking to the politicians. You are moving your feet, the thing is, of course, with the work we do is to plant seeds. What are some last thoughts that you can give to a youth, to a mother, to a sister, a brother, a daughter? If you could leave a seed and you wanted to plant a seed from your thoughts right now, what would that be?
Oh, that's a great question. I would definitely say just to talk to your neighbor, like talk to the elders in your community, because you never know what history they can have and share, and be able to just document, archive, preserve, because our elders are leaving, and we have to be able to document this information so that it can stand the test of time. You never know what you might learn as you speak to these elders. So just go out there and talk to your neighbor, talk to the elder in your community, and just sit down and have a conversation with them.
Yes. No, that's real talk. And I felt that because everything is so impersonal these days. We don't really want to talk to our neighbor. So that is something that you can take with you to some or all of you who are watching. Talk to your neighbors. Get to know the older people in your community. They don't have long, and they can definitely tell you a story or two. All right? So that's the power in that. Right now, we're getting ready to go to a break, and we're going to come right back with our second special guest, Eat with a Poet. Make sure you subscribe.
Gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food. Come and eat with a poet.
You guys, do not forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and like and follow me. I need your comments. I need you to give me your testimonies. I need to talk to you. I want to connect with you. We are staying together on this journey.
Cool people. See, I need everybody to tap in, subscribe. Spread love. You know what I'm talking about?
And we are back. Eat with a Poet is back. Make sure you subscribe. Elaina Poet on YouTube. You better subscribe. Listen, I got some questions. To all of those out there that are watching, I have some amazing guests sitting at the table with me. Again, if you're just joining us, we are at Smitty's Restaurant or Smitty's Wings on Sistrunk in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm gonna get that. And I want to talk to this beautiful young woman. You guys follow Black Art Experience, and also this is my bestie of the bestest. We've been friends for over 20 years.
24 years.
Over 20 years.
Like 24, 25.
Something like that. So, but anyway, she is here with us today because she is the owner of the business, which you would know as Straight Cappin. So if you guys are looking it up, you guys will look up Straight Cappin. And this is also on Instagram, but she's on Instagram as Wig Caps by Tasha. Wig Caps by Tasha. Now, the reason she's here today with us is because she had a video that went viral. No, not viral. Viral by the hundreds and the millions of hundreds of millions is what the video went viral by. And you may have seen it in the past couple of days or so, where the young lady was walking through TSA and she was forced to take her wig off so that she could actually get through TSA. Well, how about the wig cap that she had to take off was created by this woman right here. So here it is. Now, this video is going completely viral. And then we're watching the news feed and we're watching the thread, and everybody's on the thread like, where can you get the cap? Where can you get the wig? Who made the cap? Who made the wig? Tag the vendor, tag the owner. So we have her here. And again, this is Tasha Smith. She is the owner of Straight Cappin, which is the original wig caps. Now I know that we've seen throughout time where, you know, in the movies they have like the little Jamaican things with the dreads underneath them where people would use them for movies and stuff like that. I do want to ask you a few questions because quite naturally That is your business. And so the first question I have for you, let me get my cards in order. Okay, I got the cards. Oh my God. Sorry guys. It's raw. It's all raw, baby.
It's all organic.
How did you come up with this idea? How does this become your idea? How did you come up with this? Tell people. Everybody wants to know.
Okay, so the truth is I didn't initially come up with it. It's been a thing.
Okay.
However, I saw it, and instead of me purchasing one at the time, I said I can make that.
Okay.
So my husband was like, of course, he's always with the shenanigans. So of course he was like, you want to make
Shout out
it?
to Michi.
Yeah. You want to make it? You think you can make it? I'm like, yeah, I can make that. So I gave him a list of things that I needed to make this cap because I knew I can make caps. If anybody knows me, I love headgear. I love headbands and I love hats. And I love
let me just interject. She's been doing hair since a teenager.
Yeah, yeah.
So she knows how to do hair
on the hair school.
Okay.
So he buys everything I need. I get a cap. I had like some old hair. I'm like, I'm making this cap. Made a cap. I put it on. He was like my biggest fan. Like, you did good. That looked good, like a real weave. Like, wear it to the store. I'm like, yeah, because I ain't going to no store with no bonnet on. Wear it to the store. So he was like, yeah, you did good. So as soon as I posted a video on my personal Instagram, which is one Tasha Denise. As soon as I posted it on my Instagram, everybody was like, I want one. So I was like, okay, girl, bring me your hair. And if you got a hat, bring it. I'll charge you $20, $25. I don't know. It was just fun.
Right.
Then my DM started with, oh, I want one. I was like, oh my God, this is about to be a thing. Let me make a page. But still, it was still fun and games initially last year.
A hobby.
Right.
It was more like a hobby.
Right.
So it started off as something that you saw that you felt like you could do yourself and probably better.
Right.
And you did it, and then people automatically flocked to that idea.
Right.
All right. Now, that's a lot of times how some ideas start, especially if you can, like, really execute it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how you came up with the idea. What is your vision for this idea turned business? What is your vision? Has God given you a vision yet?
God has given me a vision. He gave me a vision from when it became a thing. He gave me a vision immediately. My target would be, of course, I know all the girls are like loving it because it's like fashionable, but my target would be, of course, women that have alopecia, cancer survivors.
Wow.
Like that's where God is.
That was my next question. My next question, well, kind of like question, but statement is that I see cancer patients.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I see cancer patients in CAP. And the reason why I see them is because I'm going to just speak for myself. Wigs are itchy. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to keep them on all day.
No, you don't.
You don't want to have to sleep in your wig, wear your wig everywhere, have it bonded down to your... A wig is not the same thing as having like a weave hairstyle, and some women don't have the hair to get something sewn in. So the cap is amazing because for people that are like cancer patients, who just want to go out and be beautiful,
and
then for a few hours, and then go home and relax, take it off and just be free, you know.
Yep.
So I think this is an amazing idea. I think the vision definitely has to have that a part of it. But you say you already own it, so that's it.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. For those of them who are interested in purchasing a wig cap from you, how does your order process work?
The order process is, of course, you have to follow my page at Wig Caps by Tasha. Follow the page. You send us a DM. And if you can go on our page and find a picture of the hairstyle or cap that you may like, it's simple. It's like 1, 2, 3. And my order processor, which is one of my older daughters, Cheyenne, she's very prompt. We're back to everybody. Lately, we're like, we're on it.
Right, because y'all know y'all got to
give us at least 48 hours because the DM is exploding.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Video.
Gang.
Gang.
So, let me ask you another question. Now, we know how your order process works. We saw the cancer patient question. We did that. Now what I want to know from you is, we're givers of the community, and you are a servant of God. You are a woman of God.
Amen.
Because your cap went viral, how do you plan to max out on this opportunity at this time? What is it that you're going to do now to grab this thing by the horns and take it to the next level?
Well, it's kind of already trying to get grabbed by the horns.
Okay.
But with it being as explosive as it is, I do want all of my customers and all of the people that follow me to know that you guys are playing a major part in us donating to the cancer center.
Wow.
Free caps.
Oh my God.
We do have a couple of people that are also going to donate funds and pre-purchase, but because we have such an influx of orders, we're going to make caps and send at least to about 5 cancer centers, at least 3 caps.
Oh my God, that is so
and
amazing.
Target soon the little ones at St. Jude and a couple of other places.
That is
Once
so
we can get little caps
cool.
that fit the little kids.
Oh God, bless it, God. Bless it, bless it, bless it, God.
We already blessed you.
Yes. So that's amazing. We love that. And you know, we are givers. And so that is a beautiful thing. All right, let me see what else my notes have here. I was gonna ask you about how you plan on giving back to the community, but you answered 2 questions in one, you know?
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's really dope. Let me know whatever you would need for that, because I'm a community person. I told you that too.
Of course.
Let me ask you, is there anything that you have going on that you want people to know about, that you want people to support, to check out, to look into, to hit you up about? Is there anything you want to get out there? This is your time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Stay tuned for the Black Broward Archives. Right now, is just fundraising for it. The goal is to create employment for someone for Lauderdale and North Broward, Pompano, and Deerfield. And the program will consist of oral interviews, interviewing elders in the community, interviewing pioneers in the community. It will also consist of collecting photographs, as in scanning these photographs so that the owners can keep their original copies. Collecting artifacts, whether it's yearbooks, memorabilia, different things like that. So all of this can be into the African American Research Library special collections. So stay tuned for that. The sponsorship packets will be coming soon. Grants is coming soon for this program. I don't see any way anyone can say no to wanting to preserve our history. So this is the project, and also doing visual interviews as well.
What's up with the cards?
The cards as well.
What's up with
The Legends of Broward flashcard. I'm sorry, I have so much going on. So so you can hit me up on Instagram at Black Broward, no space, just Black Broward. And the Legends of Broward history cards are the deck of flashcards highlighting pioneers from Broward County. They're going for $20 a deck. And the goal with these cards is to get them into our Broward County public school system so that local Black history can be taught throughout our schools. So kids can know legends in their own backyard.
Wow, yes.
And
I love that.
So that's the goal.
I need a deck. I
got you.
I gotta get a deck.
I got you.
A deck of Broward legends.
Yes.
Right?
$20 only.
So I'm gonna say this on camera, because when I call or send a text message, not you guys, just me. When I call or send a text message, I'm always on back order. So I'm gonna say this on camera. Can I get some caps? No, not you guys. You get your caps. It's just me. It's just me that goes on back order. Is that okay?
Go on back order.
I do. I go on back order.
But look, I gotta fill up all my new babies first.
But I have a cap.
Like
honestly, I do. I have one. And I must have worn that thing for like a week straight. And like I said, you know,
it's so easy.
It is. But you know, as I get older, wigs get itchy. So the fact that I'm able to just pull it right off. But you know, I change so much. You know, we have to change faces, change hairs. So we can't do the same thing for too long. So I need a few caps.
Okay.
I guess I'll put my order in or something. I don't know. I don't know. Are you guys good? Are you full? Did you need more food?
Oh no, I'm
from
full.
Smitty's?
I'm loaded.
All right. Shout out to Smitty's one more time, yo.
Shout out to Chris Smith.
Shout out to Chris Smith. Shout out to Miss Helen. Shout out to the waiters and the waitresses here at Smitty's. The food is amazing. The drinks are good. I'm gonna have another one of these margarita drinks before I leave. And I'm going to take some of this with me because I can't let it go to waste.
Yes.
But this has been an amazing interview. Is there anything that people need to know about Wig Caps by Tasha or Tasha, the owner herself?
That's to be continued for the owner information. But I do, while we're live, while we're filming and everything, I do have to give a special shout out to my last customer, which is the one that went viral at TSA, which is at Black Chica 954, if I'm not mistaken. BLACQUE.
She sounds like a preacher or a minister.
Love her. Like she was literally my last customer at a vendor's event, and I'm so thankful to her and so indebted to her for purchasing that hat and then forgetting not to take off her hat before going to TSA. So I'm thankful for her.
Well, remember, God is constructing.
Yep.
God is constructing everything.
Yep.
He just put the right people in place.
Yes, he did.
So really, no
and
man.
She knows. She knows. I know.
Thank God she was the vessel.
Yeah.
But no man gets to take credit for the work of God.
Amen.
Okay. So at the end of the day, we are all blessed. We are planting seeds out here. We are giving back. Shout out to my cameraman, Bell P, for rocking it with me. We're both in the Jesus gang. And I just want to plug real quick. I'm doing some amazing things. So you guys follow me, Elaina the Poet. I am directing a play for SJW Enterprise. We are a part of the Divas Don't Do Drama Summit, coming to you 2021 at Margaritaville. We're kicking it off with the stage play, The Evolution of an Extraordinary Woman, and we are kicking the door down. Do you understand me? Ain't no door, okay? So we're rocking it, y'all. Y'all follow me for all things Elaina the Poet. Poetry is a gift. Follow at Tasha. It's at one Tasha Denise, or at Wig Caps by Tasha, which those things will be in the credits, so you guys will get a chance to see that. You're not on Instagram under your own name.
That's just Black Broward.
So we are so exclusive that we are just Black Broward, because that's all he lived, breathed, and want you to understand that that's the movement behind this powerful man, Mr. Emmanuel George. He is at Black Broward. You guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. We get ready to get out of here. One time for all the people that are watching and all the people that will watch later. That's it, y'all. It's over. Eat with a poet.
Yeah, y'all.
Bye.
Kicking words with the poets, I get lyrical. Physical is great, my journey now is spiritual. Peace to the queens and the nation and foreign. I would like to introduce you to Elaina the Poet. Stay down in the jungle like some bare feet. Now when we toast, ace of spade, no more bare feet. Poking beans, Dane County, yeah, I'm still hood. Spread love, feed the homeless cause it feels good. Now pay attention, this is knowledge of wealth. Throw the school books away, this is knowledge of self. Quiet is kept, listen, this the Revolution broadcast. Now pay attention to Elaina and her podcast. Never leak it and show it. Gotta pull your own weight if you reap it, you sow it. Yeah, gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food, come eat with a poet. Come eat with a poet. Shout out to Elaina the Poet. Cool people. See, I need everybody to tap in, subscribe. Spread love. You know what I'm talking about? Black power. Black power.